Welcome back viewers. This is Politics Today. Hapa Science TV, hapa tunachapa siasa. We have Nzau, a technical gentleman, a politician. And our sign language interpreter is Tobias Omondi. By the way, my name is Jonah Simba, just in case you did not know. Unajua mi usahau kusema jina yangu Chris. Mi usema ya guests. Yeah, so I encourage you to give us your feedback, 0111980384. You know, before we went for a break, we were just talking about, the way this taxation will be done. And it is said that some kind of digital platform is going to be created for the same. There is some kind of public participation that is growing a bit hostile. Have you seen it in central Kenya?
Sure.
You know, actually, let me be honest with you, Christopher. Avocado in our regions, Western, I come from Nzau.
Yes.
It's actually, we do commercial farming, but really for avocado, hiyo ni ile tunakula kwa nyumba. It's not, I am shocked that it's done at large scales in some parts of this country.
Yes.
And it's a big, big deal. Yeah. So, tell me, they are going to introduce some kind of digital platform for the same.
Yes.
But even before we reach there, you have just spoken about public participation.
Yes.
And there is some kind of a way in which the public is being engaged. Are you seeing really like the leadership is going to listen not to tax the avocado and many other fruits? Because as it is right now, the way you're talking, it's like we are already on the stage of implementation.
Jonah, let me tell you about issues of taxation.
Right.
If there's a word called quid pro quo.
Quid pro quo.
Quid pro quo.
Quid pro quo.
Quid
okay.
pro quo.
Now, okay.
It is interpreted. I think
Right.
it's Latin.
Right. Oh, I was actually calling it procure. So
Quid pro quo.
pro quo. Okay.
It talks of no taxation
Right.
without representation.
No taxation without representation.
That's loosely translated. That's what it means.
Okay.
Now, what does that mean? If you have been a student of economics, I'm sure you have come across that phrase.
Yeah.
What basically it boils down to is that any taxation system
Yeah.
is supposed to go through people's representatives.
Right.
Taxation measures are supposed to be legislated about.
Right.
What am I saying? Those measures are supposed to be passed in the House of Representatives.
Yeah, and someone would argue the finance bill was passed. So is this now the finance bill eating up at the people? And one Gadoni wa Mushomba spoke and said, these people here who are trying to say that they are standing against the taxation of the avocado, let them go back to parliament and undo the finance bill. So it means then at that stage of passing the finance bill, probably, were they not well informed? Did they not see this coming?
I'm sure why you have quickly mentioned the finance bill
Right.
is the heat it generated during the time of its passage.
And actually, because of what is happening in Central about avocado,
Yes.
people
Now,
are saying it's the finance bill now.
I must probably tell you, Jonah, that issues of taxation are obviously emotive issues because they affect people directly. They affect their finances.
Right.
That's the reason why you quickly mentioned the finance bill, because it was an opportunity for the representatives of the people to go through it
Right.
with a toothpick. Go through it clause by clause. They were given an opportunity
Right.
to check through that finance bill,
Right.
to be able to see if it fits the aspirations of their people, whether they did that or they didn't do, that is another issue.
Right.
But in reality, that is what is supposed to happen in an ideal situation.
Right. Right.
Taxation measures,
Right.
as I've told you, are means that governments use, obviously, to raise revenues, to run government, and run government projects, run government operations.
Right.
But there is something which, while we are talking about taxation system, I am sometimes taken aback, because before you talk about raising taxation,
Right.
it is interesting why you don't first talk about reducing expenditure.
Okay.
You know, if today you are faced with a situation in your own domestic household budget
Yeah.
where you have got a lot of competing needs of
Yeah.
money,
Right.
you will sit down and start slashing what is essential, what is not essential,
Right.
and
Right.
give them priorities. Say, this one I must, this one I could, this one I may, this one I will not, in that order.
Okay. Fine. Just as you proceed on that same thought,
Yes.
you've heard of the NADCO report.
Yes.
You've heard of it is reaching a stage where it will be discussed in Parliament.
Yes.
And already, by the way, do you subscribe to Azimio? Do you subscribe to Azimio?
Jonah,
Do you subscribe to Ukambani politics? Do you subscribe to Kalonzo Musyoka?
Jonah.
You know, when you ask somebody a question and they begin with your name,
Yes.
you get...
Jonah,
Yes,
at my level,
right.
I am not holding any elective post currently. I'm not elected in
Okay.
any political office.
Right.
And I'm not an activist of any political persuasion.
Right.
I am just a person who can look at politics, analyze them,
But
and
honestly, you will go...
give a fair analysis and a comment.
But surely you will obviously go for an MC or MP somewhere in Matungulu, probably in 2027.
I once vied, and 2027 is
Right.
still quite a distance away.
Right.
I have not even thought of vying either for an MCA
Okay.
or for a post of an MP. By the way, I'm qualified for any post in the county.
Yeah, that's why I'm mentioning the NADCO report.
Yes.
And the fact that it's being brought to Parliament
Yes.
to be discussed.
Yes.
And already,
Yes.
Azimio, including Kalonzo as one of the leaders in Azimio, is saying that it should be passed as it is.
Yes.
And we are talking about now public participation for taxation of the avocado in central Kenya. Where are we standing in terms of the leaderships listening at the contributions of the Mwananchi? As it is right now, I'm sure you are involved in a lot of social issues, social impact in your community.
Yeah.
So the reason why I'm bringing you here today, I want to hear from you as a public participator, because you are championing different groups, especially in the agricultural sectors.
Yes.
Is it reaching anywhere? Is anyone listening to you?
You spoke of I being involved in various sectors in my community,
Right.
which are agricultural business in nature.
Right.
That is true. That is true. True because, one, I am a board member of a dairy cooperative in Matungulu,
Okay.
which arguably is one of the best run in Machakos County.
Okay, I almost clapped, but that would be political. Let's go on.
That one, even if you clapped, that one it would not be scoring any political points, because I'm talking about contributing for my people to get money in their pockets.
Okay, okay.
And that is my biggest interest when it comes to community participation.
I'm following
Every
it.
effort I make and
Yeah.
every venture I go for, my biggest point is about how can I contribute to making my people get more coins in their pocket. That is normally my clarion call.
And I'm hearing something through it there. You've ignored the present leaderships. You are doing what you can do.
Absolutely, I do not go out of doing those things, going to look for political direction to do things. No. I don't do that. I go for development issues directly. Like, for example, organized cooperatives of people taking their milk to the cooperative where I'm a director. My biggest interest is how can we increase volumes of milk every day per farmer.
Yes.
When we increase milk of volumes, my interest is, are we going to reach a point where we are even going to start value addition so that per liter milk at my cooperative can be sold for more money to earn more money to the farmers. That is my interest. I will tell you, you cannot do much if you are not enabling your people, empowering them economically.
You know, we've been talking about innovative public participation here for the last 3, 4, 5 shows.
Yes.
And this is now the kind of reason, this is why I brought you here, because I also know you to be participating in board of management of schools.
Yes.
And what would happen, you know, you in case, you know, that's why I asked you whether you subscribe to Kalonzo Musyoka's politics, because Kalonzo Musyoka has not come to that cattle dip. Kalonzo Musyoka has not come to that school.
Kalonzo Musyoka,
or any of the Ukambani leaders, maybe Johnston Muthama, Mutula Kilonzo Jr., who else? Can you name them? You know, those people.
Well, you know, you've mentioned them. You know them. Those are our leaders.
Yes.
And we respect them. We respect our leaders, and we encourage them to go on doing their work that they have been mandated by their electorate to do.
Yeah.
For me, to do what I'm doing for my community, and what I'm doing for the members that we have in the organized groups that we lead, we are not persuaded to do that because of politics.
Great.
And we cannot wait until the day that a senior politician will appear there so that we start doing our thing.
Oh, great.
That one we shall never do. We are not going to sit back anywhere and say until a certain political leader appears here, we shall sit still and wait. No way.
Right.
We will continue doing our thing, because one, we are entrepreneurs. We are entrepreneurs.
Right.
And the vision we have to take our people ahead is a vision for growing wealth.
Wow.
How I wish we could get a backup to be able to grow and grow more wealth. If it were possible to engage our people to do agri-processing in our local areas for the produce, like as we speak today, the mangoes in Ukambani, this just ending season, that mangoes have been so much in plenty.
Right.
How I wish all those mangoes had been processed.
Right.
So that none would have gone to waste. That would have added a lot of money to the people of Ukambani.
And you're saying nobody's taxing the mangoes as per now?
In the same manner I told you, whenever you take your produce, it be mangoes, be it what, you will definitely pay cess to the county governments.
Okay. Imagine our time is gone.
Sure.
I think we need to bring you back. Definitely.
No problem.
Definitely.
No problem.
Viewers, that's all our time for today. We are talking about public participation, and I'm bringing a few of these community leaders so that you can see how to come in and, you know, Raila Odinga doing a very good job. Going to AU now, campaigning to go to AU. Raila Odinga, NADCO report right now. In fact, at every stage of his leadership, he has come up with something. BBI, even though it was turned down. The Second Liberation, ODM, came out of a new constitution, you remember?
Sure,
yeah, so at every stage he's been trying. But what I'm hearing from you is that there is another level, the society level, the grassroots level, where there is the realistic public participation. That's what we are talking about. We've been having Chris Nzau, And this has been Politics Today. See you next week. Bye-bye.